Hello, ladies and germs, it is Joker here, and welcome back to my mad world. So, since the last time you saw me, I have been extremely busy. So, I got an actual, flooring put on top of this giant hole from last episode. And I also did some more work. Ignore that, we'll get to that in a minute. I dug out all of this area so that I could actually get some crops going. So, of course, we have our carrots, we have our wheat, we have our beetroot and potatoes. We have sugarcane just there, and I have pumpkins growing over this side so that I can get jack-o'-lanterns, because currently underneath these slabs here are, in fact, jack-o'-lanterns, because that's just a lot easier to do. So what have I actually been doing as far as digging out this hole is concerned? Well, I have, in fact, been doing a bit of experimenting with the slimes and to try and figure out what is actually going on with this new simulated distance. Now, the way that simulation distance is supposed to work is that the bigger the simulation, the further away the mobs will spawn. That's technically not true when it comes to Bedrock. What I have found is that they will always spawn within that 24 outside of the 24 block radius, but their despawn range actually increases. So my next query was, well, if that's the case, then what's the actual despawn range of, say, slimes and stuff? Because of course slimes can spawn anywhere from 44 blocks away from the player to 128 blocks away from the player, and I'm not sure if we're going to see it, but I should get at least one slime spawn on that top layer. Anyway, unfortunately that doesn't seem to be the case, because it's also on your render distance, because mobs seem to visually disappear from the player's view about 4 or 5 chunks. Past that, they disappear. Whether or not they are moving or not is another point entirely, and that is something that we will be testing today. So, as you can see, I have dug out these side walls here, so this is now ready to put in the kill chambers and everything. And how we're going to do that, I am going to have minecart rails down there, which are going to have magma blocks above them, which are going to be killing the slimes. What is actually going to be attracting the slimes is going to be iron golems. So I'm going to get on with that, and I will give you updates as and when they need to be done. So I will see you very shortly. My minecart rails are in, and the only thing that I haven't put in is the tripwire hooks here and the magma blocks, because this redstone needs to be done beforehand. So this is where the tripwire hooks will trigger on here. So to here, then we want to grab ourselves some repeaters. Place one there, one there, there, and there. And we need 4, 2, and 4 ticks. We want to place a block there and a block there. We also then want another repeater here on 4 ticks. And then redstone dust to here. We need to place a block there, and then we want to go and place like so. Because what we've done is, see, these 3 here aren't powered. Now, I just quickly make a button, which thankfully I only have 1 piece of wood. If I go make a button, and it doesn't trigger, oh, that's because I've put it on the wrong block. Uh, you'll see that these get triggered for a short pulse, enough to be able to send them off and to let them come back. That will get triggered every time the tripwire hooks get triggered, which of course still need to be put in. And then the magma blocks, and then I'll come back to you when I have done that, because then I have the fun job of putting in the iron golems, which is not fun. Okay, so ladies and germs, I have almost finished the slime spawner. Well, spawning pads, should I say. The mechanics at least are in. And also I've put 2 iron golems. There is a third one to go in, but I'm not sure how high I actually want to build this, so I'm not entirely sure how well that's going to go. And currently we don't have anything on the pads. Something that I have noticed though, like I have my render distance set at like 28 chunks, so I should be able to see 28 chunks away in theory. But mobs, you don't see 28 chunks away, which is quite strange. Like it's been getting slime quite nicely while I've been up there. It is rendered, it is producing and spawning in slimes. The only thing is you can't actually see that it's working without having to go down here to actually check the drops, which is really quite annoying. Like if I go up here with the spyglass, like right now, right, you can hear that guy just there. But if I go all the way up, at some point he completely disappears. But he isn't actually disappeared. What it is like, look, he's still there. I need to go a bit further till he actually vanishes. There you go. Look, he's gone. I can zoom in. He's gone. He's no longer there. But if I wait long enough, on one of the sides we will see like a puff of smoke, and that's him dying on those magma blocks down there. I still haven't put the string in for that side just yet. So they are there. I don't understand why they have a rendered distance if they're not going to keep to the render distance when it's like for mobs and stuff as well. I understand for chunks, but they should also have it for mobs as well, especially when you're like building something like this, that you need to check if it is actually working. Because at the minute I don't know if that's working or not. I could put an x-ray pack on, I still can't see because it's out of the mob render distance. So Mojang, please sort that out. But anyway, with that done and working, our next project is going to be outside. Now, my main thing that needs to be done here, my god, I need to get a horse just to run up and down here because this tunnel is so long. So the main thing that needs to be done here, if I can get past this bamboo as well, is 1, 2, 3 and 4 mountains all need to be taken down. Well, I say mountains, they're hills, but my god, they do look like mountains. This is what we used to call a mountain back in alpha. That was like, that's our mountain. Now this hill is where we are, is a mountain, and that's a hill. How Minecraft has changed. So yeah, I'm going to be smoothing this one, that one, and the one behind it out in a third-person time-lapse in the next episode, so that we should be able to at least get some of the groundwork for the main structure that's going to be here, that is going to be our main base. Because everything that's in that tunnel, everything that's in there is literally just temporary for us to build the monstrosity manor that I have planned. And I'm not gonna say it's pre-built. I've built like a third. I've probably built like a quarter of it compared to what actually needs to be built, just so that I could get like a rough estimate of where I wanted different things. Other than that, there is like nothing actually inside it. It's like one and a bit walls and the height. That's about it. and where the rooms might possibly be, and an outline of everything else. Yeah, just continuing the pattern all the way around. But that's why we needed to dig out that slime chunk, because we needed the materials from that to build this build. Yeah, that made total sense, that did. So anyway, ladies and germs, with that, I am going to bid you farewell. I will get on with that time lapse, which is probably going to take me about a day, maybe even 2. I will try and record it all best that I can. I'm not promising anything because, of course, the last time we did a time lapse, it failed miserably. So we will try it again. So anyway, ladies and gents, I've been JOK3R. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Ta-ta for now.